Yeah, so again, I'm using the studio mode, so it previews first, then it goes through and shows that I know like I have no idea what I'm actually doing with live streaming. So what you can see right here, though, hi everybody, is my handlebars, and behind that a projector. That projector is what I use for streaming Zwift, which we're not going to do today, mostly because, well, my bike is up on the stand. So yeah, that's there. That's happening. We do have a sort of guest here today. This is Zadie. She's been featured in a lot of my videos before. She's hanging out with me because her mom's at an appointment, and otherwise I'm usually not cool enough for her to hang out by me, even though I usually feed and water her and give her butt rubs because that's what she enjoys. Usually, though, if it's her and I hanging out in my office, it's she has much better accommodations than this. This is just, I don't know, she was only going to be up here for like 2 hours tops. And actually it was only like an hour because, I mean, you can kind of see she's sulking down there because I do not entertain her. Each their own. And for her, that means she's going to go sprinting off in excitement once her mom comes through the door. So, with my bike being up on the stand, it should should tell you pretty easily that, yeah, I had some issues with my front tire. I don't remember if that was an issue before too, but it's only recently put back in the shower. I actually tried to clean my shower a little bit. It's still pretty nasty, but I mean, aside from like getting in there and like scrubbing away at rust stains, it it only does so much. Plus, it's usually just me using it, so it's not really an issue. If somebody comes and visits and is like, "Oh, I need to use your shower," maybe I'll be like, "Okay, if you give me heads up, I'll clean it." But I don't know. Most of it's just rust stains from our, not rusty water, and I don't know, general bike cleaning stuff. Lately, though, it's a lot of the orange sealant because it's been spraying everywhere on the front of my front tire. um, yeah. So, yeah, bike still up here, still hanging out. I haven't really done much to it. It's been a very busy week so far. Again, it's the worst. But I do have something here that is pretty exciting. This box showed up here today. Sony ULT Power Sound Field 7. So that's exciting, and we'll go ahead and, I don't know, unbox it live here. So I do know where it came from. It is actually from the Tech Insider Network, members-only program where I get sent things for the purposes of doing honest, unbiased reviews, and that is exactly what will happen with this. After I find some room, let's go over here. Haha. Kind of problem solved. Except I also don't want to tip the camera over. Ooh. Oh. It's yeah. It's on top of basically like a selfie pole. Yeah, Zadie, you want to check all this out? She's probably going to take the camera down. Yes. Hi. Hi. What's in the box? You don't know? I don't know either. Actually, I do know. But so as part of this members-only program, I get sent things to review. They're honest, unbiased. So no matter how I feel about this thing, I will let you and the good folks at Best Buy and Sony know, too, how I feel about it. Mostly, too, because, like, that's just kind of a thing I pride myself on, is I try not to be, like, a shill for anybody. Aside from, like, I sign up to do all these, like, races and events and get, get a shirt in return. So I'm trying to see if it truly is that dark. No, Bing, I don't want to use you. Oh, the worst. No, I don't know if it's necessarily the worst. But yeah, so anyways, if you're here today in the United States, you probably survived tax day, or you are late on your taxes, and thus you should file them as soon as possible. Or the other option is you have extended them, and then you have until October 15th to forget them. So don't forget. Me, on the other hand, I always file mine fairly early on. I keep records throughout the year so that when I do get things that are considered income, like this from the Tech Insider Network, I did not purchase this. It actually counts as income for me. So that's kind of the kookiest part, is like, if I get something from the Tech Network and it sucks, and I say, this is the worst thing ever, I still have to keep it. Of course, I don't know how good or bad this thing is. I guess, Swiftwick socks. I do love Swiftwick socks. I know I say that a lot. It's because I truly do actually love Swiftwick socks. I'm an affiliate of theirs. They don't pay me to say that. It would be awesome if they did, because socks are just kind of one of those things I don't totally enjoy purchasing, and you really don't get them very often for signing up for races. So from time to time, these brands, though, they will send kind of, it's almost like a press kit. This was announced on the 11th, so like, you're not allowed to talk about it before the 11th. I got this earlier today. I'm not a cool enough YouTuber to get things super early on, so I usually don't have to worry about those. But if I do hop onto a live stream, I just kind of have to be a little careful to not say something that I shouldn't. But hey, you can find this thing on Sony's website, on Best Buy's website. I'm just ripping off the shipping label, so as hopefully not to dox myself, I think is the term. Yeah, hopefully nobody that would watch my channel is that much of an asshole. Butthole? I said butthole. Don't demonetize me, please. Plus, it's like 9.5 minutes in, right? Oh, yeah, 9.5 minutes in. So, hopefully, I'm not at risk of being demonetized. But, always cut away from yourself, you know, except for, like, me. Still mostly cutting away from myself, but also I feel very comfortable and confident in my knife handling skills. That's exactly the thing that somebody would say right before they stab themselves. So always cut away from yourself. Me watching this back later. If you are watching, which I've got the stats up right here, currently nobody is, probably because I do a terrible job of promoting this or like putting it on like literally any other social media. So far though, this is the third week in a row at the correct time on the same day. It is not regular enough though to where I'm wearing the same like shirt, shorts, hat, socks. That'd be a little weird, but yeah, I don't know, I guess it happens sometimes. I try not to really focus too much on what I wear, mostly because I don't totally care. It's inconsequential to me. But if you do pop by, or if you're watching this later, hop in the comments, say something. You know, say hi, say, you know, you suck, say turn volume up, volume down, whatever. I just didn't want to go like a long time in between putting out like actual long form content. I don't totally like shorts, and I feel like they take a large amount of like my viewership away. Ooh, hi current viewer. But yeah, so I feel like this is a good way to kind of get some longer form content out there, but also not have to spend a long time editing and making sure I don't slip up and, you know, say naughty words on the YouTube. Ooh. So second thing out. First thing out was this quick start guide. It's very quick. First step is download this QR code, and that's probably going to take you to the Sony listening app, which I already have. The second one is turn the power on and then connect via Bluetooth. Let's see what else is in here. I've been abandoned now. Oh, this is just warranty stuff. Probably warranty and like, I don't know, FCC, you accept any and all horrific things that this wireless transmission may put out to you. And next up, already cut in half, so we don't have to pull the whole thing out, because why would you? All right, and that is all we have in the box. All we had to do is get through this pesky electronics here, and get to the good stuff. Styrofoam packaging in a box. I mean, there could be anything in a box. It could even just be a box of boxes. A box filled with boxes. Oh no. No longer a current viewer. That's all right. But yeah, so I've been doing this more for kind of a, put some kind of longer form content out. Today, we will at first be unboxing this Sony mystery speaker. It's not really a mystery speaker. It's a large Bluetooth speaker with a ULT. You have to say it every time you hit a ULT. Otherwise it gets demonetized. Not really, but so yeah, this isn't sponsored by Sony or Best Buy. Yeah, this actually, technically, I am working here. You can see the magical process. This is actually what I do for anything I get from the Tech Network, is kind of hastily open up the box like some excited kid on like Christmas morning or their birthday, if you happen to get gifts, and just kind of start pulling on things and playing with things, hopefully not breaking them. Yeah, looks like we've got some kind of woofer on the side, probably a sub woofer. This flap here is weather sealed, so that's nice. It's also nice that my Wuzoo fan is like, it's right here. It's just, blowing gently across me. We've got a volume in here for a microphone or guitar. Ooh. That looks good enough. If it's not, let me know in the comments. But it appears as though we can see this. So, yeah, we've got a microphone guitar input here. What's that, 1/4 inch input, which is weird because then this is the 3.5 mil input. So, you know, freedom units and metric, because why not? From a Japanese brand here in the United States of America. Or is it? Maybe it's Canada. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's, yeah. But yeah, then you can just press the, like, guitar, crank it up to 11. No, I think Polk Audio is the last company I saw actually put, like, an 11 on the dial. Because, you know, might as well. It's a Spinal Tap reference if you have not seen the great historical documentary of the 80s. It's well before my time, but it follows a rock band. And their amps go up to 11 because 10 just isn't loud enough. Until you need hearing aids, then it is. You can change the key control here. That's interesting. Echo, USB charging and audio, so that's cool. Looks like yeah, play, charge, output. Okay. The AC input, it's just one of these style plugs. So yeah, nothing crazy or fancy. Also, it is nice where if you lose the plug, these are still pretty common. So yeah, and cheap and easily replaceable. It would be cool if it was like USB-C, because that's even more common. Cheap and easily replaceable. Could probably charge my phone off of it, or my phone could charge it. Yeah, battery, whatever that does. Plus or minus care, and the light. That one we'll see soon. All right, so I am actually going to scan the QR code to see what app this is. I learned that from the Sennheiser earbud hearing aids, where I thought that the whatever All Day Clear Plus app would be the same thing as the Conversation Clear app, but you can see they're not the same. So yeah, but yeah, let's go into, oh shoot, that's right, I said I was going to just scan this. So there's a good chance too that since I'm recording this as well, so maybe I'll just have like Premiere Pro go through and like remove everything that is a like or an or a ugh. No, this is just a help guide. Huh. Well, let's click English. Download the app, Music Center. Let's see if I've already got it. I do not. Okay, so it is a different app. That's why it's important to follow the instructions. And now they're dead to me. So yeah, as that is clicking on, I could probably go grab a scale here and measure it. But if I had to guess, I don't know, 10, 12 pounds. It's not super heavy, but it's not super lightweight. Here, let's track me again. Look at me, look at me. There we go. Oops. Logo up. And it's gonna have dog hair on it already because like there's dog hair everywhere here. It's kind of my favorite part about when I go through and clean my chain or like my cassette and it's just got dog hair. Dog hair, girlfriend hair. Gets everywhere. Not so much for my hair, because it's not much of it. So, yeah, you can definitely walk around like used as a boombox. For those who don't know what a boombox is, would like throw it over your shoulder. Traditionally, would have 1 or 2 cassette decks, maybe a CD player on top. You'd put like 37 D-cell batteries into it, and that would get you about an hour and a half worth of playtime. All right, let's sign my life away here to Sony. I already did. Yeah, I have their XM5 over-ear headphones and their XM3 in-ear earbuds. Both active noise canceling, both phenomenal. But the XM3s now are down to like 30 minutes of battery life each. That's just kind of what happens when you have like 6-year-old earbuds, 5-year-old earbuds that you use every single day. Ooh, speaker music group. My mobile. Oh, I was supposed to push the button. Here, let's ignore me for now. No. Ignore me. Now I think it's on my shirt. That's kind of also fine. Here we go. Nope, it's on my shirt still. Oh, no. Hey, at least it's hitting in this correct area now. All right, so let's turn it on. It also has a charge indicator under here, the blue flashing light, clearly for you're connecting to Bluetooth. Maybe not so clearly. Oh, hey, there we go. Found it. We just can't be messing around with the settings of the audio of my phone. And it's ready. Look at that. All right, so we're already at 60% battery here. Feastable. What? Oh, nope. Yes, you can click through here. You've got your audio in volume. So if somebody pops in and like tries to connect to it, oh no, come on. You can track it. You can track it. Subject lost. Shoot. That's all right. We'll just return back up here. So I did try and set it so that it would like keep me framed up here, and then everything else would just kind of whatever's in the frame. It defaults to just where you do subject tracking or object tracking. Depends if it has an opinion on it, or if it is truly fare free and uninfluenced, is how you define between which one it does. But yeah, it won't let me use a different mode. I'm sure it's just something in the settings they have to change. But for right now, this seems to work pretty good. And if I truly want to like follow my face, we can go back to that too. But you don't need that. So yeah, anyways, we've got all this. To connect it. Yes, connect to it. Please connect to it. So anyways, here are the settings that we have. They are plentiful. I can actually see that. There's like a delay on it, but I can still kind of see it. So yeah, anyways, you have this Feastable, whatever that is. We could dig through the library of songs on my phone, which I think are whatever the default Samsung ones are, and let's see what I have here. Nothing. Empty. It's because everybody streams now. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Anyways, you can select between audio in, USB, YouTube Music if you use that. I don't. I use Apple Music. You may use Spotify. It'll work through that too. It's a Bluetooth speaker. Volume up and down controls. They're pretty nicely rubberized too, and have a decent tactile click to them. So it's nice. They don't quite all do that. That would be like upper level if you could adjust the settings to that and have it be like every time I hit volume down, I want to go boom. What if I hold it down? What does that do? So it does turn lights on the side. Let's throw it back off my shoulder here. I don't know if holding this down is actually doing anything. Okay, kind of. I forget what that is. It's something kind of like a bass boost sound field kind of setup thing. Yeah, I do remember from the like quick spec media sheet thing. You can connect up to 100 of these things together if you have 100 of them, or if you have 100 friends each with either this or it's two partner models, which I believe is one's this big and then one's like this big, medium and small. But yeah, so if you have 100 friends and you want to pair 99 more of these together, you can do that. It also is built to go vertical or horizontal. Horizontal, depending on which side you put it on, you can have these little feet here that are kind of flat, so it stays pretty stable. I know this is like a black on black, dark gray on darker gray, but yeah, you can kind of see it. But it's pretty stable if you put it up like this. It's really stable. Still would not recommend, say, nope, we're not going to do that. Just realized it was out of frame. Would not recommend setting a beverage on here. Ooh, briefly, it can hold it, but it does drive the woofer like all the way down to the maximum extension of its plastic. So you don't want to do that. But yeah, you've got these nice like wood carrying handles. It totally does not look like a mini keg. I think this would be close to an 1/8 barrel, maybe. Yeah, of root beer, of course. Nothing else. Yeah, so it's still decent size. Let me see if I can actually find some music here that is royalty free. Seems royalty-free music for YouTube. Okay, I can't afford Epidemic Sound. There is a free trial, but yeah, I still can't afford it. Live stream music playlist, no copyright. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so this one is called Stay by Oliver Trey. Okay, so it doesn't want to play. I swear I'm not trying to make it rhyme. Okay. Premium controls. Does premium controls make it work? No? Okay, well, I guess we're not going to be listening to Stay by Oliver Trey. Because so far, with all the clicking on play, it has played 1 second, 2 seconds of it now. Oh, none of it audibly. So, maybe do we have to change the audio input setting? I don't think so. Voice command, add apps. What apps? There are no apps right now. Okay. I mean, we're still at 60% battery, so that's a positive that it's been running here for a couple of minutes with nothing really drawing too much power from it. I don't want to sign into YouTube Music. Just let me play. Maybe if I like cover this up. Turn it really, really, really quiet. So please, if you happen to be this person, don't tell on me. Well, I can attest that it is playing. I know that's extra nerdy. All right. So I really hope that that isn't actually too loud because, like, I have it turned down basically as low as it can go, but it sounds pretty good. I still don't totally know what this does, but it does flash. And the RGB lights on the side do something. Okay. So, anyways, you can. It does play music, so that is a positive. That it did not show up as a dud, but so I do not have an electric guitar that I could hook up in here and play with. I don't know, maybe. Oh, got it. So these are all just controls if you want to do like a karaoke beach party, or if there's always that one friend who shows up to the beach, whatever party, tailgate, something, and they're like, let's play the guitar. Hopefully they show up with an electric guitar and you can actually utilize these controls back here. So, yeah. It seems like we do a pretty good job at keeping stuff out of here. So it is supposed to be IPA. I think it's IP67 rated. It's research. Welcome back. Here's just my face again. All right. It's, yeah, it's probably fine. The magnets probably won't do anything to here. Hopefully not. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. All right, so ULT Power Sound, designed for music and bass lovers. Yeah. ULT1 emphasized deeper, lower frequency bass. Press again, ULT2, that's the boom, modes. ULT2 emphasizes powerful, punchy bass. And it's designed to emphasize more power to fill a room with sound. And the it's probably just like, I don't know, like a balanced mode, I'm sure. IP67, waterproof, dustproof, rustproof. All right. Is saltwater resistant. Listen at the beach with no worries, so like a couple of splashes, no big deal. I wouldn't necessarily recommend like dragging it out onto a surfboard with you, mostly because like it weighs the same as like a newish born baby. So I wouldn't bring either onto a surfboard. Also, I don't know how to surf. So I'm not going to bring anybody, including myself, onto a surfboard, at least right now. But yeah, at least as far as like throwing around the workshop or bringing to a beach party, Lake Michigan, at least for right now and for the known future, is a freshwater lake. So like we can just kind of throw this right in there, I guess. No qualms about surfing on Lake Michigan with this. Just tether it, maybe. Check the water temp first, because right now it's cold. The water is. Outside, iffy. Hi. It started raining. It's supposed to storm today. A fairly strong system moving through, anywhere up to and over 40 mile per hour wind gusts, possibly stronger. Gale warning. We get those here. Yeah, portable, flexible design. That's how you can carry it like an eighth barrel. Weighs similar to an eighth barrel if it were empty, if you know what that feels like. No sloshing, but still hefty. Pretty durable. Like, I'm not going to beat it with a hammer, but yeah. Music Center app, I guess that's where you can do the Party Connect of up to, seriously says that, up to 100 speakers. There you go, if you needed that. Yeah. Claims battery life up to 30 hours. And off 10-minute quick charge, you can get three more hours of music. Okay, there you go. But yeah, horizontal, vertical, karaoke and guitar hookups. You want to be the life of the party? Bring this thing. If you have one. Let's see how much this thing costs. ULT Field 7 wireless speaker. $4.99 US. So, yeah. But seeing how it's like a full portable system, like, I mean, if you do tend to do karaoke with your friends or like set up beach parties, go to fields, notoriously dusty, play a lot of volleyball, baseball, you can bring those here. You can also use it, so like with the microphone input, I keep saying karaoke, but like you don't have to sing through it or sing karaoke. If you have your own original stuff, you can plug it in here, amplify your voice. Same with your guitar play. If you are a performer, you can do that. Or also for like softball, baseball, volleyball, anything. If you need a PA system, plug your microphone into here and off you go. So that's pretty cool. Plus you can play music through it. And 30 hours is a long time, so like camping. The lights, you know, I'm kind of indifferent towards lights. I'm sure there's a way to turn them off. But like compared to the older systems here, which looked more like a, let's pull this up, the party speaker. This one's a little more versatile. That one still looks fine too, but yeah, let's pull up Sony's website. Here it is in all its glory. But yeah, I mean, $500. Not too bad. You definitely get a lot of heft with it for that. So, you know, if you're sitting there partying on the beach, all of a sudden like an alien invasion or zombies come back, you club somebody with it while rocking out to your favorite song. Yeah. That's about all I got to say about that. And I know that's a terrible Forrest Gump impression. So sadly, I don't have a 1/4 inch headphone anything. So can't really test that part out. No, I was about to test the waterproofness. You'll never follow me, gimbal. Yeah, gimbal endpoint reached. I know. So now I'll leave the tire stuff to myself. There's going to be way too much profanity for that to be able to be streamed, and you know, for me to make my like 13 cents a year off of streaming revenue. Here we go. Back at the desk. This is the best thing that this Osmo Pocket 3 is for, is like just the flexibility to be able to move back and forth between different things. I actually used it for a call that was supposed to be a video call appointment, but it ended up actually being a phone appointment. You probably won't be able to see this right this second, but what I'm going to do is flip you around to kind of see there. I'm trying to set it up the way that I had it before. I have this like quartet sloped like whiteboard in front of my monitor for quick notes because I do not like paper. But so yeah, you can see it sets you up right in the middle of the screen, and since the camera is so thin and has like such a small footprint, you can still see all the stuff behind you, but also keep excellent contact or eye contact with the viewer. On the other side, of course, I can see myself. But yeah, so this is the quartet thingy. I've got to recently clean it off because the notes in there were no longer, you know, they were either solved or no longer relevant. So yeah, you can set this up kind of right in the middle of your screen. Obviously, if you're doing this like first-person shooter, live streaming a video game, this is not the best way to do it. But if you're just me sitting at a desk about to show, where am I? Nope, nope. I think I might have just turned my work computer back on. No. We're done for the day on that. So, let's play. Mike looks or tries to manage 3 screens without looking. This time though, I will do this. actually transition the scene over so that you can see the web browser, and I can as well. So the thing down in the bottom here, this that is actually the JLab Epic Cam. And let's turn that off. I have to remember you have to transition between each change. So yeah, that's just kind of on there because, well, that's usually what I have set up on a tripod when I'm doing Zwift stuff. I do plan on bringing back the Zwift live streams. I was hoping to be able to do like some shakeout stuff with my bike this week, but probably still will. Tomorrow is going to be my last run, probably, before this Saturday, where I'm doing the Bruce City Half Marathon down at Veterans Park on the Milwaukee lakefront. So this is the show. That's the thing we're just looking at, not this. That's Sony Bravia. I don't have a Sony Bravia. And now we just went to the best tech. I don't want that kind of cookies. I couldn't read that. It's a screen inside of a screen, so it's on top of it. There's really no lag to it because it's running through an Elgato 4K 60 Pro, 4K Pro, whatever it is. It's the Mark II. So the capture card is like super fast with, I think it's almost no lag, none that I can notice. Plus this stream is only 1080p. That's the maximum that this camera can do while doing live stream. That's something I do hope that they open up. I'm sure they tone it down just so it doesn't get super hot. It is warm, but like any digital or piece of electronics will get very warm when stationary, and if they get too warm, they shut down. Yeah, outside you don't have that issue. Basically with any small amount of airflow over a GoPro or the other DJI cameras, this one included, basically any kind of digital camera, action cams especially, will get very warm and then just kind of kick off. Yeah, a lot of mirrorless cameras will too. So I'm sure the 1080 is just as a keep the heat down. But it would be nice if they would be able to allow me to turn it on to do 4K. If you do know of a way and you're watching this, leave it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to me. It's very much appreciated. Like this video, all the videos, watch. I'm trying to think. I think my newest videos are like just interesting stuff. Oh, I gotta put something new out. March 18th. Wow. 66 people have watched a video about space pens. I think I actually got rid of the link in my bio to them. They, to my knowledge, have not reopened an affiliate program again. They were using a Vant link, and they decided to stop using them. So, yeah, whatever. I like their pens anyways. Try not to read anything that comes over their like news emails unless it's specifically about pens. But yeah, so this is the speaker itself. Here's the inside. You've got two square-shaped woofers, two tweeters sticking out there. The woofers drive back into these subwoofers here. I'd imagine that there's some way that they push the... I think it's just because they are sealed and no ports, so they just kind of push back and forth on each other, or push outward to create that bass as a passive subwoofer. So no additional power needed, which is kind of cool with the small size. Plus, you don't have to put in giant magnets for the subwoofers, because subwoofers usually do need large magnets. So it keeps the weight down so that you don't need like 4 people to carry this thing. Controls pretty simple. On top, you've got the play pause button, power or volume up and down, power, Bluetooth connection, ULT button, and then yeah, here's all the ports on the back that I had talked about. Plus, you have your different key selector. I am not a musician, so I'm assuming that it's something to do with guitar more specifically. But yeah, they're there. You can see this guy is carrying around over his shoulder. I did that earlier. Over the shoulder, it actually feels really good. It's well balanced. There's no like pain points to dig in. It kind of hits the spot right in between the shoulder and the neck. I'm spacing on the muscles here, but kind of dips right in there. Here it is set up like a keg or a table. But yeah, water, sand, all that good stuff. Showing it set up inside. Most modern smart TVs do have the ability to hook up to a Bluetooth speaker. One of the things I'm excited about having it for is for sitting on our balcony, I can hook it up to my 32-inch Samsung smart monitor, which we use not as a monitor necessarily at all, aside from that it shows video. We use it as a smart TV for our bedroom and balcony because it's lightweight and can move, but it is also 4K. It is the only, no, our big TV is 4K. But yeah, I mean, that one's 65 inches. None of our computers are 4K screen-wise. But yeah, so that's kind of the quick rundown, not so quick rundown of that. But yeah, that's really about all I had to go over today. Just kind of want to keep it on the books. I like this kind of series. It's set some time apart so that I can yeah, I don't know. Just kind of unwind after Tuesdays are usually kind of weird, hectic work days. Mondays not as much because like people are coming off the weekends. Tuesdays though, there's a lot of meetings, and I don't like meetings, but mostly because they cut into productivity. But I don't know, useful meetings are fine. Much rather have them remotely though versus in person, because in person it would be kind of rude if I'm like working on something in the background but still staring at the camera that's directly in front of me. So that way I still have complete eye contact and yes, am listening and actually am, but then can also still work on like spreadsheets, all that good stuff. Yeah, and then even just for like bike things too. Hopefully later, as I get more experienced with this episodic thing, it'll become slightly more regular, where maybe even the title will have something to do with what we're talking about in the actual live stream, which kind of is today. Death and taxes, two things that are actual certainties. Taxes primarily, very relevant. If you haven't filed them, file them. I don't know, I use H&R Block's actual like software that you download onto your computer, because as somebody who is a tax professional, I know how to use the software. I do like their software too. It lays it out very nice and easy. They don't, unless you like need to be charged for something or move into a different software, I've noticed that they're much more transparent. TurboTax I stopped using because somehow there's like 30% or whatever they said on their commercials of people get the free stuff. I know like nobody. And I personally just got sick of it, of being, yeah, you can file for free, and then it actually ending up costing like $90. It's just annoying. So at least with H&R Block, I know right off the bat what it's going to be. Can't speak about the web-based services because I don't use that one. I use the actual software. And then the program like opens. It looks not like a 2024 program, but it works excellently, especially if you know what to do. But yeah, that's all I had today. Again, file your taxes. Well, if you haven't already and you extended, don't forget about it for the next 6 months. File them as soon as you can. If you don't know what to do or how to do it, or if you didn't file an extension, a lot of states and Fed will auto-file if you don't owe anything. But still, check with a licensed, certified tax professional first, yours, not me. I will not be sharing my PTIN number with you. That basically just means that I can prepare. But yeah, anyways, I don't really do that anymore. Yeah, I've ascended into corporate, which still isn't as crazy good as it sounds. I just don't file taxes for others as frequently. But yeah, anyways, check into that. If you really can't afford it, you can always print, or you can look on the IRS's website of where to actually get the tax forms for state and federal. You have access to them for free. If you go to most public libraries, they will have those available. If they don't, ask to print them, or if you can use the computer to search where it does have them. Yeah. So, or if you just don't trust software, or you think that all of these software companies are out to get you, file on paper. If you can read and do basic addition, subtraction, some multiplication, I think a little division, you can do your taxes. And they come in a variety of languages now. So you don't even need this. It actually is. It's a lengthy read, but it's not trying to trick you. The biggest disadvantage to using paper filing is you likely will not get all the tax credits that you possibly could qualify for. So that is a benefit of using software or using a professional, but otherwise research them. And yeah, I mean, that's a lot of work. But yeah, or if you are a student in college or a university, ask around. A lot of those places, their libraries would be a great place to look for the paper forms if you really want paper. They may charge you. I remember when I was there, it was like 35 cents a page or dual-sided page. I have my own printer, so I didn't do that, but mostly for the scanner. But yeah, anyways, you've got just under 6 months to figure it out if you haven't. If you haven't filed anything, probably sooner than later. The IRS tends to forgive short-term more than long-term. And it's better if you tell them versus them coming to you. So, yeah, not official advice, but kind of, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, that's all I have. Again, I'm Mike with Accounting for Cycling. I don't even remember if I said that to kick this off. Today's episode number 3, Death and Taxes. That's hopefully all I will have to talk about for taxes the rest of this week. Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe, check out my other content. I've got all sorts of stuff down there, anything from just like long, unedited runs and bike rides around the city of Milwaukee and the Appleton, Neenah, Fox Valley area, to tech stuff, to non-tech stuff, to bike